Early in the year, I made the decision to go back to Carp about 2 months after my father and I went there for the first time. However, this time it would be a solo session. Well, not really solo, as I did have my dog there. My first fish of the session. Wow, I'm absolutely happy with this one. How about that for new PB? My first experience of Carp was a session with my dad in December. My longest ever session of 5 days. Coming from an overnight session only to this type of session was definitely an adjustment. Usually when I wake up, I start packing up. Now I have to endure 3 full days on the bank. I ended up catching 2 carp that trip, one of around 7 kilos and another one a stunning 12 kilo potbelly. For this solo session, we had rain predicted, and that is what I got. As soon as I got to the lake, it was raining and I had to set up in the rain. This is where I realized how amazing the Banklite gazebo is, as it was set up in under 4 minutes, getting out of the rain and allowing me to unpack everything and be ready to take out my lines the next morning. I only dropped one line that night with the plan of repositioning it the next day, just to make sure that I at least felt like I was fishing for the first night. I ended up just finding a spot relatively, judging my distance from the far bank in the middle of the night. Found a nice rock hard spot and I ended up fishing that rod in 1.5 meters of water. The next morning the rain cleared and I managed to place my rods on my desired spots. After using the Deeper Pro Plus to find areas that looked most likely and mapping out the swim in front of me. After dropping my lines, I finally had a chance to take in the absolutely breathtaking scenery that this place has to offer. Finally, 60 hours later after dropping that first rod on the Friday night, I managed to get a take and to land my first fish of the session. There we go, a new PB weighing at 15.1 kilos. Super happy with this one. My first fish for the session on a sweet corn tiger nut with a little piece of white citrus popper. Not bad. Super happy. Session made already. Oh, awesome. Now, as I said, the plan was to move that rod the following morning. However, with the temperature that we had the previous day being extremely hot and very humid, I believe that the fish would spend more of their time in the upper layers or in shallower water. So I decided to leave that rod there, seeing that it was on a rock hard area. I had absolute confidence in it. And it paid off with a 15 kilo lean dark carmine, and I was able to go to bed that night really happy with the result. to get it in, no problem. Unfortunately, I managed to lose the smaller carp of around 10 kilos after putting it in a homemade retainer sling which could not zip up. Luckily, I put the bigger fish in a proper sling, zipped it up, make sure it was safe, and I was able to get some photos of that one. How about that for a new PB of 17.3 kilos? Yes, well chuffed with this one. Oh, what an amazing fish. What a fish. So super happy with this. New PB, 17.3 kilos. This was an insane spell of action, having 4 runs in just under 2 hours. It is not something that you would often find happening at this venue. These were to be my last fish for this session as I was heading home the next day. The bait that I used for this session was very simple, using a particle mix consisting of crushed tigers and whole tiger nuts, hemp seed and a birdseed mix. The rigs were simple fluorocarbon blowback rigs, as they are less visible and have a great stiff element. If you are also interested in fishing clip coffee, I would definitely suggest it. It is not the most difficult venue out there. The most difficult part is getting on the fish, and with the swims working on a pre-booked basis, it's not always possible, and that's the reason why you could wait a couple of days for the fish to come in your area. However, when they are in your area, make the most of it. Use rigs that you are confident in and bait that you know work. Do not change everything. As long as the hook is sharp, you know your bait's fresh, you stand a very good chance of catching one of these fish, and you too could catch probably the fish of your dreams. That's it for me. Please like this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.